Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking, James Oliver Hacking III, immigration lawyer. We have offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. I'm glad you all are here with us. This will be episode number 285 of the Immigration Answer Show. It'll also be our last Wednesday show. So from now on, we're going to do the show on the same day, the same days of the week, and the same time, assuming that I'm available. So from now on, starting tomorrow, will be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 4 p.m. We won't be going this Friday because that's the anniversary of my dad passing away, and I'll be with my mother in the afternoon. So no show on Friday, but we'll be here Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, always at 4 o'clock. So we're going to start getting some messaging out about that. Go ahead and say hello in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. I got my Darth Vader mug. We got Argentina won. Argentina advanced, so they're going on to the knockout round, as is the United States. For those of you who don't know, I did pick Argentina to win the World Cup. I think that Brazil-Argentina game, which will be happening soon, will be the game of the tournament. So I think Argentina probably benefited more than they knew from that loss to Saudi Arabia. I think it got them galvanized and ready to be serious. It's going to be a great rest of the World Cup. It's been a lot of fun. I think people in America are more excited about soccer than I've ever seen before. For those of you who don't know, we have a new expansion MLS team, Major League Soccer team, starting in St. Louis in the fall, and our firm was able to secure season tickets to STL City, and we're excited about them. So I think everything's lining up for football in America. I'm glad everybody's saying hello. I'm glad people like my Darth Vader mug. Thanks for checking in. Huli is here with me. She's going to be monitoring the chat room, and she'll also be providing the link to come into the waiting room. If you want to ask me any kind of immigration law related question, or if you just need advice on life or how to fix something, as long as it's not mechanical or home improvement, I'll be able to give you my advice. St. Louis team is called STL City. That's it. STL City is the name of the team. The stadium looks beautiful. It's finished. I got to go on a tour a couple months ago and see where our seats are going to be. It's going to be a lot of fun, So I'm glad to see everybody's watching. We here, of course. We got people all over the place. The Upper Peninsula in Michigan. We got SoCal. We have New Jersey. We got everybody here. So it's exciting. I see we have a couple of people in the waiting room, but this might be your best chance to come on the show and ask me a question. I'm going to go ahead and get started with Guy. Hi, Guy.
Hey Jim, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Hey Jim, my last contract was voided because me and my wife we finally made a decision to Daniel is gonna send a new contract next week
Okay.
Thursday, and we're gonna put a $3,002 to
Okay.
get for the lawsuit going. But
Great.
Jim, I have another question. So once my green card get approved through marriage, and I filed for asylum, and I signed the form, it shows that once the asylum is being withdrawn, I can't go back to Cameroon because I know for a fact it's gonna affect my citizenship. Because I can file for citizenship under a 3-year rule, right?
Right.
And the other thing is, so it means like there's no possibility for me to go back home until I get my citizenship.
Well, anything's possible. You can do whatever you want. The question I think you're asking is, if I go back after having applied for asylum and withdrawing that application, if I go back,
Mhm.
will that
Would
lessen
that
my
is
will that
is gonna
let
affect
will that
me?
lower my chances of getting approved for citizenship? The answer to that
Yes.
is yes.
Okay. Yeah. That was my question.
All right,
Oh,
that's great. Thanks, Guy. We look forward to working with you.
thank you so much, Jim.
Have a good day, my friend.
You too.
All right. That was Guy. Let's say hi to Shake. Hi, Shake.
Hi, team. Good afternoon.
Hi, how
Um,
are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. So I applied for affirmative asylum back in 2015, and my daughter is with me. And since then, I never got a call from asylum office or immigration court. So meanwhile, I got married in 2020, and my husband's employer applied for EB3 for him, and he got his labor certificate approved last week, and they're willing to apply for I-140 and I-485 together. So my question is, since my case is pending, can he include my daughter and me in the process, specifically for I-485, or it would be better if he includes us after he gets his green card approved?
Well, he can certainly include you now. Here's the problem. I believe that the law says that if you did you apply for asylum when you were still in status, or did you apply for asylum after your first 6 months of being here?
After first 6 months of being
Okay, so then you can't adjust through your husband. If you'd applied for asylum while you were still in status, I believe that carries over as a bridge to get you all the way to your husband getting a green card through employment. USCIS hasn't been ruling it that way, but it doesn't matter in your case because you applied after you were out of status. So in answer
No.
to your,
Sorry, I misunderstood you.
okay,
So yeah, I was in the 1 year bar, like I
no, not
applied
the 1 year
before
bar. I'm
2015.
talking about you entered on the B1, B2.
No, I was in J1 status, and I applied after 1 month of the entry.
Okay, yeah. So then you're okay. So then that brings it to another question. So just to be clear, you enter the United States on a J1. You're still in valid J1 status. 30 days after arrival, you applied for asylum. That asylum case has never been interviewed, has never been denied or referred to the immigration court. That case is still pending.
Yes,
And now you're marrying someone, or you're married to someone
I
who's
already
going
married. Yeah.
who's going to be able to adjust status through employment. And the question is, are you still in status for purposes of adjustment while not being married to an immediate relative of like a U.S. citizen? I believe that the law allows for that to take place, for you to adjust. USCIS has been denying that. So I believe you have the right to do that, but I also believe you're going to have a fight on your hands. So
Okay.
you're going to need a lawyer to brief it, to write it up, to explain to them why you're eligible to adjust. And you might have to appeal, you might have to fight. It's going to be a harder case than a regular old case. But I believe that the Immigration Service is wrong right now when they're saying that that's not valid status for purposes of adjustment.
Okay.
Do you understand?
So yes, I understand. Does your firm do these type of cases?
Sure. Sure.
Okay. So can I send information to the info at G? That was the okay.
Yeah, sure.
Or
Just go ahead and
it's working.
say that you were on the show in the first 10 minutes on Wednesday, the last day of November, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thanks, Shake. Bye-bye. All right, all right. Let's say hello to Yevgenia. Hi, Yevgenia.
Hi, Jim.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Great, thanks.
I have a question. I'm about to apply for N400, and
Great.
you won't believe me, but like right now, approximately 1 hour ago, I got a ticket for violating MTA in New York City because I left my wallet in my house and it was raining, and my phone was wet. I was trying to get my GPay tap to enter MTA. And then someone just opened the door, and I don't know, I'm not trying to justify myself, but I just entered and police caught me, of course. And I was trying to tell them, hey, here's the thing. I was just at a doctor's office. You can see my WhatsApp messages stating that I really left my wallet, my insurances and everything there, my ID card. Of course, I had my ID card in picture and I showed it to them. And then that like my phone is kind of broken too, and all these things just happened, and now I have this ticket, and which I have to pay. Of course, I will pay it, but will it somehow affect my N400? Should I don't know, hire a lawyer or what I'm supposed to do, because I'm really scared if that can be a thing.
No, you'll be fine as long as you pay. As long as you pay it and as long as you list it on your N400 as a citation, as long as you don't lie about it, you'll be fine.
So I have to list it as citation.
Citation. Yep.
Mhm.
I would
Okay.
say even if you're eligible to apply for citizenship right now, that shouldn't be one that gets dragged out. You should just be able to pay it online, be done with it, and then have proof of it and attach that to your N400 and you're good to go.
Okay, perfect. Like the copy of the payment and then the copy of the this ticket.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Jim.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. All right. We're just rolling through them today. Go ahead and get in the waiting room if you have a question for us. Happy to answer it. Make sure that if you're in the waiting room and you want to come on the show, that I can see your face so that I know there's a live person there. All right. All right. Let's say hi to Duche. Hi, Duche. You're muted. We can't hear you, Duche. All right. Well, we can't hear you, so we're going to come back. Let's say hi to Nestle. Hi, Nestle.
Hey, how you doing, Jim? Thanks for
Great,
having
buddy.
me.
How you doing?
I'm good. I just have a question. I have a asylum application pending. Well, at least I think I do, because I haven't received a notice as yet. But my question is, when that time comes, when that month, 150-day come, can I apply for work authorization without having that notice?
No, you'll need to get the notice. Why? Do you have proof that it was delivered?
I did not have the proof that it was delivered because I had it. I had my preparer sent it in.
Okay, so that has me worried. Who's your preparer?
She has a person that does it. You know, that handles the application for me.
So, but this is
not a
okay.
lawyer. Not a lawyer. If you're asking, yeah.
Let's back up a minute. When did you come to the United States, Nestle?
October 26th last year.
Okay, and so this person that you hired, they're like a notario?
What do you mean?
Like they're not a lawyer, they're just someone that pretends that they're a lawyer.
Yeah.
And are they from the same country as you?
Yes.
Okay, and how much did you pay them to help you?
I don't want to disclose this information.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
And so this notario, did they file it before October 26, 2022 or after?
No. Well, yeah. October 2021 is when I got here, but it was filed in September, last week of September. Yeah.
But you don't have a receipt.
No, not yet.
Do they have a receipt?
No, they haven't. It was supposed to come to my mail, actually.
Have you moved at all?
No, I'm still at the same address.
Do you have a problem getting mail?
No, not at all.
So I think you need to check with USCIS and see if they received your file. Right now, we have to assume that they did not.
Okay.
I mean, and the problem is now your 1 year has run, right?
Yes.
So I really encourage people not to hire notarios who come from your same country who say, I'll just fill out your asylum case, because they put in a bunch of bullshit. I mean, hopefully you read over the application before they submitted it.
Yeah, I've read and you know I did the written of the affidavit myself. So yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully it all works out, but until you have that receipt, it's as if you never filed. We have to assume you've never filed, and now you're past 1 year. So now we have problems.
Okay. All right.
So I would start calling USCIS and asking them, "Hey, did you get my case? Hey, did you get my case? Hey, did you get my case?"
That's the thing. They just have robots running the phones. You can't get through to actually speak to an actual agent, and I think it's horrible. It's just there's no way around it. Just you just there and just in the limbo.
Which is why it's so important to get proof of delivery, because now if they can deny you for filing more than a year late, over a
Mhm.
year, and
Mhm.
you have no proof that you ever sent it, none that
Right.
you ever sent, other than your own testimony, which
Yeah.
isn't much in their eyes. So if I were you, I would spend a week trying to track down to see if they actually received it, and if not, I'd file it again
Okay.
with an
Okay.
explanation, but it has to
Okay.
be detailed.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. All right.
Good luck, Nestle.
All right. Thank you so much, John.
Bye, buddy. So, friends, this is why we don't hire notarios. This is why we either file it. You're better off filing a case on your own than you are by using a notario. These people prey on people like Nestle, who come over from their country. They speak the same language, and then they charge $1,000, $1,500 to file an asylum case. And the problem is, half the time, they file the same case for everybody. They make the same claims, the same allegations. It's a huge, huge problem. So I strongly encourage you to never hire a notario, to never hire. You can work with an accredited rep or with an attorney or file it on your own. But don't ever use a notario, because every week we hear from people who've been screwed over by people who are just preying on poor immigrants. Now, speaking of people that got screwed, let's say hi to our friend Melvin. Hello, Melvin. Hopefully you got some good news for him.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
Good, buddy.
Yeah, sorry, I cut my hair now, so
Yeah.
yeah. So about the last time when I talked to you, I think I said something about my wife interview, how it went. I contacted the embassy and asked them what can be done in the situation, and I got some information from a counselor that they are aware of the fraud that took place, but they also gave me a second chance to prove that my marriage is real. So what I did is I actually been advocating on behalf of everybody else who also planning to marry through the system. So I went on to sue the government there. And I actually have a court date in January, so I have to be there in January. But they went ahead and issued me a new certificate. They backdated it, and I also paid for it again. So, but I have about five, if not 500, will be a little bit over 500 people that was affected by the same ministry, by the same government. As witnesses who also, because I went on radio station over there, they also go on Facebook Live sometimes and put it on radio station and advocate for people and make sure people don't get screwed over in a situation again. And those who are planning to get married to also be aware. But
I love it.
A lot of these people are actually finding out I actually sue the government, and they are waiting to testify, and also came in my inbox and told me that they want to give a copy of their certificate to my lawyer and to prove it that they did their act. So my question here is, I submitted a new marriage certificate with a receipt, and whoever is the head of that department gave me a letter, certified letter, apologizing to me and apologizing to the U.S. embassy over there that I was affected by the fraud, and telling them sorry for interrupting and whatever that happened there, that it affected your client. And I also went ahead to submit all of that. And they did call my wife today and told her to take the original certificate back to the U.S. Embassy out there.
The old one or the new one?
Receipt.
The
The
old
new
one or
one. The new one. But what they did, it backdated it. The same year I got married, August 29, 2020, everything remained the same.
So they backdated the new one.
Yeah, they backdated the new one. Just the difference is that the date that I paid for the certificate, the date is on it's only received when you track it up. It's on the system, the government system out there. It show up as my marriage certificate, and also the issuing date is 2022, which is this month. So
Yeah.
I got a little bit concerned that, like, okay, they might look at it, a counselor might look at it and reject it still because they found out they got a new issuing date.
No, that's better. No, I didn't want them to backdate the issuance date. That would just add to their confusion as to what's real and what's not. I think it's better that it's issued in November of 2022. That's better.
Yeah, just the issuing date and also the number on their marriage certificate that they messed up on at the first time when I track it down on the system over there, it do pop up as a marriage certificate, but then it show the date I paid for the marriage certificate and other stuff. So I also keep my receipt. Like I said, I have so many people who are waiting on my side because I found out that they have more than 1,000 people affected by the same government. And this has started from 2018, and a lot of people are just afraid not to speak out.
So I'm putting a comment in the chat. It says Melvin equals badass. That's total badass. Everything that you've done is total badass. I'm really, really proud of you, and I think it's probably going to work.
Yeah, hopefully I'm keeping my finger crossed. The fact that they call her back to see if they can issue her, because when I uploaded the new certificate, including the letter that they gave me apologizing to me and apologizing to the embassy as well, I uploaded everything and they look at it today and updated. The case still said refuse, but they called her today and told her to bring the document.
What happened to that lady? Did she go to jail?
Right now she's not in jail, but I have a couple of the senators in the country also on my side who making sure that the ministers who sign a certificate, because by the minister signing a certificate, certify the certificate that it is a real certificate, because the minister in our department is the one that's supposed to sign the certificate. So now all the senators in the country, if not all, it will be half of them, are calling for the minister removal, because he's the one that certified the certificate. So they are actually saying that he's part of the fraud that took place there too. Yeah.
Awesome, buddy. Well, keep us posted, okay? Thanks, Melvin.
All right. Thank you.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
Melvin's making good progress. He's gone much further than I thought he was going to after getting sort of hit in the mouth with a fake marriage license that wasn't his fault. Let's say hi to Annette. Hi, Annette.
Hi, Jim. Good afternoon. Well, good
How are you
evening,
doing?
after. I'm fine. I have a couple of questions for one of my friends. He told me to ask you.
Okay.
So he married his wife like 4 years ago. They did the paperwork, but it was not done properly. They went in on the interview and the immigration officer told them that the paperwork was not done properly. They will be hearing from them in the mail. However, they wrote them back and tell them that they have unidentified kids on the photos. So he sent back stuff that they asked for, like the kids' information and stuff, because he has kids in like their wedding photos and stuff. There was like unidentified kids, so I guess they never identified the kids, that this was her stepchild. So what happened is that this was May last year. So immigration, fast forward now to a month and a half ago, immigration came to her house. She had COVID. Her husband was not there because she works in the nursing home. So they came and they said that they suspect that the marriage was fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they asked her where he was. He was by his friend staying, but he didn't have a cell phone, so she could not contact him. However, let me remember good. She signed one of the. Hear me? That was a call. That was
you shorted out for a second.
Yeah, they said that they suspect fraud, and one of the papers that she signed did not compare to a few of the papers that she signed.
You mean the actual signature?
Signature, yes.
Oh.
However, when the paper came back, her husband hired a lawyer to fill it out because he didn't know what to do. So the lawyer filled it out, and she had nails on. She had long nails on. So she signed the paperwork. So when they came, they gave her few papers to sign and stuff, which she did sign them. They asked her like, where is this clothes? But she was packing up. She had lots of stuff packed up because they were moving.
Come on,
So
dude. This keeps getting worse and worse.
yeah. So but he lives there. It's not like he doesn't live there. He lives there.
Okay.
So she was telling them that I can't look for all those clothes because I have tons of bags packed up. So there was a picture of him and her on her nightstand. So they took up that and they were looking at it and they look around the house, but she just could not go into the back because she's recovering from COVID because she worked in the nursing home. However, it's been 1 month and 2 weeks and they haven't come back yet.
So
So
so let's call your friend. Let's call him John, okay?
right.
What country is John from?
Jamaica.
And he got married 4 years ago. When did he enter the United States?
A year before he got married, or a
So
couple
he
months before he got married, like 9 months to
so
be
he was on a
exact.
he came on a B1 B2
B2, yes,
and he overstayed
yes,
and then he married this person.
yes.
Who has the stepchildren, him or her?
Is they're with their mom?
So but whose kids are they? Are they John's kids or are they John's
They're
wife's kids?
John's kids. They're not the wife's kids.
So how did John have kids inside the United States?
No, their mom. I guess their mom overstayed herself.
So let's back up. So
Mhm.
so John came to the United States with his wife and kids.
No, they're not together. They're two different. They're two separate moms, and they're not together. Yeah, they both came separate. Like they came last year, I think. They came last year, so
But
they're
the
two
kids
separate moms.
but the kids were in the wedding photos from 4 years ago.
No, the kids came like the kids has visa, so they always come to visit. So
Okay.
the pictures that they take, like on Thanksgiving and stuff, the kids are in the pictures. So that's why they're saying unidentified kids,
All
but
right.
they're not. Mm-hmm.
So let's just review the facts.
Mm-hmm.
He comes to the United States on a B1 B2. He marries someone that he met after overstaying his visa. So when you overstay your visa and then get married, that raises the fraud indicator, right? Then
Right.
they show up at his house and he's not there. So that's another point against him. Then they
Mm-hmm.
say, call your husband. And she says, he doesn't have a cell phone. That's bullshit. No, everybody has a cell phone. I don't know anyone that doesn't have a cell phone. So
Mm-hmm.
now we're up one more level of fraud. And then we have the signatures problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have no clothes in the house.
No, we have clothes, but they were all in boxes.
Right.
Because she showed them some of his stuff like deodorant and body wash and his cream and stuff. But and like I think his passport, because everything for him is there. It's
So
just that.
what does our friend John want to know?
No, you want to know. He's just lost at what's going on. So you want to know if he should hire an attorney or what's the next.
Well,
Are they going to come back? Either it like he don't care if they're going to come back because he lives there.
He should have hired a lawyer a long time ago. Now so much has happened that I don't think they're going to give him a green card because they're just going to wait for him and this woman to get divorced because they can outlast him and they think the marriage is 100% fake.
Right.
So this isn't a case I would sue on. This isn't a case I would get involved in. I think that they're in really big trouble and this guy's not getting a green card.
Oh wow. That's crazy. I mean,
They did everything wrong. They did everything wrong.
I mean, because he had a friend fill out the paperwork and she did so much things wrong because they didn't have no money, and it's the wife alone that is working, right? That's why he doesn't have a cell phone. He has a phone, but it's only work with Wi-Fi. So she's the only one because they asked her and she's telling them, I'm doing 3 jobs just to take care of him and pay the bills. Like, you
Well,
understand?
doesn't he have a work card?
No. And he said they did it all wrong. They did it
Yeah.
all wrong. He doesn't have a work card. And this has been like almost 2 years this case is going on.
Yeah, it's a mess, Annette. It's a mess, and I don't think he's getting a green card.
Wow. So there's no way, because I mean, it's not like the marriage is fake. I mean, they live
Well,
together.
It sounds pretty fake.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
if let's say that I had to take this person on as a client. Let's say that
Mhm.
through some weird, like, let's say he won the lottery and I had to be his lawyer, because I
Mhm.
wouldn't want this case. But if I were his lawyer, what I would do is I would say, John, go back to that idiot friend of yours and get a copy of everything that was filed. Then I would go through and find all the mistakes.
Mhm.
And I would either file a new application, withdraw this old one, file a new one. I would make sure that all the information is correct. I would develop a lot more evidence. I'd get a long statement from John, a long statement from his wife, explaining all these things that you said.
Mhm.
And then I would ask them for another interview. That's what I would do. But even
Right.
if I did the best job possible, or even smarter, even if I asked my wife to handle this case because she's a better lawyer than me, if I did that and we did the strongest case possible, I still think it's only a 20%
Oh,
case of
because
getting.
and then they ask for letters, and the mom write letters, because basically they know that they're together. The mom, the sisters, everybody
Well,
write
I would
letters.
say most likely those letters aren't as good as if they'd had a lawyer help write them. So they need help.
So what do you suggest?
I don't know. I mean, if I was going to get involved in something like this, it'd cost like $7,500. It's a big old mess. So, otherwise, I don't know.
And you do payment plan? Because I could tell him and have him call you.
Yeah, he can call. Have him call. What's the
Well,
what's the field office?
Buffalo, I think.
Buffalo. Yeah, they can call, but you can tell them ahead of time that it's going to be like somewhere between 7,500 and 10 grand.
Oh, wow.
All right.
I will tell him. Thank you so much.
Thanks for calling,
Appreciate your
Annette.
time.
See ya.
All right.
Oh, Rocio knows what's what. Way to go, Argentina. We're all excited here. Juli's excited. Everybody's excited. Let's say hi. Let's say Duche got his phone working. Duche, you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I got you. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I really appreciate your good work, Jim.
Sure, buddy. What can I help you with?
I'm calling all the way from Africa.
We love it. We love Africa. We were glad to see
Ghana.
We were glad to see Senegal
Ghana.
get into the World Cup knockout round. So we like Senegal a lot. But what question do you have for me?
I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
In 2010, I won a U.S. lottery.
Yep.
So before then, I was with a lady. We were not actually married, but I had 2 kids with a lady. So because I had intentions of traveling with them or letting them join me in the future, I put them on the visa, on the DV lottery.
Everybody, the lady and the 2 kids.
The lady and the 2 children, yes.
Okay, but did you put the lady on as your wife?
Yes, as my wife. I did the documentation as my wife and added her on the visa.
But were you
the
not
DV
really
lottery?
Married? You weren't really married?
We were not. No, we were living together for like 5 years.
Okay.
Before those 2 kids, I had 2 kids with her.
Yep.
But we were not married.
Yep.
So later on,
there's no place to put on the forms, this is my longtime girlfriend, so you just put her as your wife.
Yes, my wife. I just put it as my wife.
Okay.
I just put it as my wife. I think after I went for the interview and I was denied, unfortunately, just because of not following instructions. The reason they gave was I didn't follow the instructions, and yes, I didn't follow the instructions.
What embassy?
So Ghana consulate, Ghana embassy.
Got it. Okay.
Yes. So I think after some few years, the marriage didn't work. I divorced. We got divorced. That's I think 5 years after.
But I
I
thought you
got
weren't
divorced.
married.
Say again.
I thought you weren't married. Was this like a customary marriage? Is that what you mean?
Yes, it was like a custom marriage. Yes,
Got it. Okay, so you get legally divorced from this lady, and then what happened?
yes. Then I got married to I just got married to a U.S. citizen lady
Okay.
who filed for me.
When
So
did that
I have
happen? When did that happen?
What happened? The filing
When did you get married?
2021, November 2021.
And she filed an I-130 for you?
Yes,
Okay, and is that still pending?
it's pending an interview now. I think in January, February, thereabouts.
Wait, are you in America or are you overseas?
I'm in Africa. I'm in Ghana.
So did USCIS approve the I-130 is my question.
Yes, it was approved.
When?
It was approved. September.
Okay, and now you're just waiting for an interview.
Yes.
Okay,
So
what's
I
the
just
question?
wanted to know the possible red flags in my case, and also if my first denied visa will affect this interview.
Well, I mean, you need to think long and hard about what the actual denial was for. If it was just for not filling out the forms properly, then it shouldn't have any effect on what you're doing now. If instead they said that you committed some kind of fraud or misrepresentation back then it could affect this new application. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But you submitted a copy. You submitted a copy of the divorce decree to USCIS.
Yes, I did. Yes,
Okay.
I did.
Yeah.
And
So what about
I after the interview, after I had an additional there's a new kid, a new child on the the application now. The
Yeah.
I-30, yes. There's
You
a
have
new this from the
kids?
same, yes, 3 kids with her, the same mother. So
Okay.
it was a genuine marriage.
I think you're
It was
fine.
nothing like fraud.
I think you're okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just be honest about it all. Bring the birth certificates, bring the divorce decree, all that stuff. But I think you're okay. I'm not worried about this.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's all.
Hey, one question. Yeah. Does your wife know
Thank
about
you.
all this stuff? Your current wife know about all this stuff?
Yes, she's aware. She's aware.
Yeah, I'm okay. I think
she's
you're
aware,
fine.
but say again.
I think you're fine.
She's aware, but she isn't so happy about it. So I don't think she will give her consent for anything if we fall on her.
What do you mean she isn't happy? What isn't she happy about?
She isn't happy. I've gotten married to another lady who is a U.S. citizen.
Oh,
so
no, not her. No, I
happy.
didn't mean her. I meant the U.S. citizen. Does the U.S. citizen know about all this stuff?
Yes. She knows. She met the kids. I had pictures with her with the kids. Yeah. So.
How many times has she come to see you?
Once. She came once.
And how did you meet?
We met online, actually.
Can she come see you again before the interview?
Maybe. We're hoping to see. Maybe
2 visits are better than 1.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good video title to me. 2 visits are better than 1. What do you think?
Right. I really appreciate your effort. You are good. Your material work.
I feel good about your case. Keep us posted how it goes, okay?
All right. Thank you, Jim.
Bye, buddy.
God bless you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. We're having fun today. Let's say hi to Katie Ann. Hi, Katie Ann.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm great. I knew you were going to be a happy person for me to talk to.
So I called the other day. I don't know if you remember.
Mm-mm.
Great. Anyways, I was telling you that my husband is a permanent resident and we got married and I filed for my case. However, they denied my I-1485 and travel document and work authorization. However, they approved the I-130 a couple days after I spoke with you.
Oh,
so,
okay.
My problem is
what was the denial?
For the I-485.
Yeah. Well, but why did they deny it?
Oh, see, maybe I don't know if we can talk off the air, but I
Yeah,
don't
we
think
can.
I can read all of this out. I have it in front of me, but
Why don't you just
basically what they're
why don't you email it to me?
yeah, sure. I love that.
Okay, then we can talk.
Good. So can
All
I
right.
get the email?
Yep. It's info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. Info@hackinglawpractice.com. It's on the bottom. Huli, we should change that event.
Okay. Okay, Jim.
Yeah, so it's info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. Info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com or info@hackinglawpractice.com. Either one of those will work.
Okay, so I'm gonna email it to you and we can talk from there.
Sounds good.
Great. Thank you. And thank you for
Okay.
your job, Jim. You're doing a
See
great
ya.
job.
Bye.
Bye.
I liked her hat. All right, let's say hi to Mahmoud. Hi, Mahmoud. What's going on? We're having some serious connectivity problems today. Can you guys hear me? Huli, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay. Let's see if we can get Mahmoud back on. Nope. That's crazy. Crazy talk. Let's say hi to Nathan. Hi, Nathan. You're on mute, Nathan.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can. Yep.
Okay, so I came to the United States on 2018 on a C1D visa.
Like a crew member?
Yes.
Okay.
And I didn't go to the ship. In a restaurant.
God damn it.
And I met this woman and we got married on 2020.
Yeah.
And I find an attorney and I filed papers and I got my I-130 approved. And for the second step, I'm waiting for my waiver, I-601A.
Yep.
So it's, I mean, they keep changing the time. I mean, the dates, like it was 28 months and now it's 32 months. And my question is, can I explain my waiver? Like, can I request for an explain?
When did you file it?
I filed it on May 4th, 2021.
Yeah, you should sue them. Expediting won't work, but suing them will work. We've sued on 601 waivers. And
it's 601A.
Yeah, 601A, same thing. No problem. I would sue them, and you'll probably get a decision in about 2 months.
Okay. Okay, so I should start thinking about suing them. Yeah, that's is that gonna be? I mean, I know you heard about it always. Like, is that gonna be a problem to my case? Like, it's gonna bring a negative impact?
No, I don't believe so. I mean, frankly, all the times we've sued on 601 waivers, I think all but one of them have been approved. So they don't get mad when we sue them because we're not asking for them to be fired. We're not asking them for money. We're just asking them to do their job. You've been waiting now 19 months. It's bullshit. It's way too long.
Yes. And like currently I'm already having a lawyer. So
you keep that lawyer. We just do the lawsuit. You keep that lawyer. You paid them for all their stuff, so you just keep going.
Okay, so do you know like how much it's gonna be or?
Yep. Yeah. So the filing fee is $402. And our legal fee is $4,600. So it's $5,002 if you want a payment plan. If you want that payment plan, then we need $3,002 up front.
Okay.
$500 a month for 4 months. Or if you pay it all up front, then it's just $4,502 and you just pay it all up front.
$4,502.
You save $500.
Okay, I got that. And my another question is like recently, like USCIS is just approving all the green card, like they are just waiving the interview and they are just approving the green card. So what if I try to directly go for a green, like applying for green card?
You can't. You need the waiver.
What was that again, sir?
You have to have the waiver. You're not admissible without the waiver.
Okay, so I have to have the waiver, then only I can apply for it.
Yeah,
okay.
And you're definitely gonna have an interview, I would think.
Okay, and it's gonna be back in my home country.
Well, we'll have to see.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, Nathan. See you, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
All right, all right. Hussein's been waiting a while. I don't know if he's still there. Hussein, are you still there?
Hi, yeah, I'm still here.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Great. What can I help you with?
So I applied for M400 in 2020 in August, and since that time, I don't have any update from USCIS. I have done everything. I have done like the FOIA. I have contacted the congressman, up this man.
Yeah, that's what doesn't work. Where are you from?
I'm from Iraq.
When did you come to the United States?
In 2015 in November.
SIV?
No, IOM.
IOM. Okay. And then so you've never actually been interviewed by USCIS, right?
Never.
Yeah. So we've had a lot of IOM Iraq cases, a lot of SIV Iraq cases where we had to file a lawsuit because they don't feel like they can do a complete background. But you've been waiting 2.5 years, almost. I think the only way you're going to get an answer out of them is to sue them. What field office will have your interview? Houston. Yeah. So I think you need to file a lawsuit against them in federal court in the Southern District of Texas and ask a judge to order them to get working on your case. I think if you sue them, you'll get an interview in about 2 months.
So you said in 2 months, maybe I can get an interview?
Yeah. And then a decision like a month or two later.
Okay. What is the cost for that?
Yeah, so it's the same as that last guy. It's $4,600 plus $402, so it's $5,002 if you want the payment plan, which is $3,002 up front and $500 a month for 4 months. Or if you pay it all up front, it's $4,502. You save $500.
Okay. So if I'm planning to go with this one, so I have to contact you?
Yeah, just send me an email and say, hey, I was on the show with Jim today, and I want to file a lawsuit against USCIS for my delayed NATS case.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Hussein.
Thank you.
See you, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. We're flying through them today. Ahmed's been waiting. Let's say hi to Ahmed. Hi, Ahmed. I can't hear you.
Hello, hi. This is Ahmad.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
What can I
Thanks
help
for
you
asking.
with? Yep.
I'm calling about, as a long story short, I applied for I-751 in March 15, 2021. And it's been like 21 months almost waiting to Nebraska Center. So, and I applied just 3 months ago to N400. I submit inquiries, I contact them, and no response. So why should do you think you should have like wait at 24 months to sue them, or?
How's everything with the marriage? Everything's cool?
Yeah, it's cool.
So and where do you live? Like, where will your N400 interview be?
N400 will be Michigan, Detroit.
Detroit. Okay, yeah, we like suing Detroit. They're pretty fast. So I would sue them. I would sue them now on the 751. And then that might even help speed up your N400, but you got to get the 751 approved. You could wait a couple more months if you want, but it's up to you. Whatever you want to do is, I'm sort of on the fence either way.
And how much would cost to sue for I-751?
It's the lawsuit costs are the same for everybody. So it's $4,600 up front, $4,600 plus $402. So it's $5,002. If you want the payment plan, it's $3,002 plus $500 a month for 4 months, or you can pay $4,502 up front, and then you're all done.
Oh, okay. Good, thank you. So you think you suggest just to wait for 2 months and nothing moves? I should.
That's what I would do.
In your opinion. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Ahmed. I don't know what's going on with these damn connections. I don't know if it's the internet or what. All right. Let's see. If you want to come on the show, I need to see your face on camera. Jose's here. Hi, Jose.
Hi, how you doing, Jim?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm all right. I got a question for you. I came to the United Pennsylvania.
Okay. So, what's the receipt date on the 751? I just want to be clear.
The,
Roughly.
rec- the
Month and
receipt.
year.
Oh, 2021. Is that what you mean? What the
Yeah.
receipt date?
Yeah. When did you file the 751? Like
Oh,
January of
2021. No, 2020. 2020. I filed it for 2020. But since then, on my thing, it said, as of October 13, 2021, we are ready to schedule your interview form for I-101 petition to remove conditional resident, whatever. But I didn't get nothing since then.
So your case is more than 2 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should sue them.
All right. And some of my friends was asking me to file for the citizen because we've been married for 6 years and I've been united for 3 years now. So I don't know if I should do that or to sue them.
I would sue them first, get the 751 done, and then file for the N400.
All right. And I got a question. When I get my 10 years, can I like file for my brother and my sister to come here? Because some people said that take like 3-4 years for them to get approval more than.
It takes like 16 or 17 years for them to come.
16 or 17 years?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, there's a big long line ahead of them.
Yeah, so it's better for them to come on like on a visiting or something like that.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much.
See you, bud.
All right. See you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. All right. Let's say hi to O. Hi, O.
Hey, Jim. How are you?
Oh, good, but I can barely hear you. Are you there?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I got
Yeah,
you.
I'm
What's
here.
up? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Quick question. 16 and a half months for from I-130. Is it like possible to take that long, or what do you think?
Is it a standalone I-130 for somebody overseas?
Oh no, for here.
It's for adjustment?
No. Since I have a immigration court, so yeah, I only apply for I-130. Yeah.
Okay, so just to be clear, are you the U.S. citizen or are you the foreign national?
Say that again.
Are you the U.S. citizen or is your spouse the U.S. citizen?
My wife is a U.S. citizen. I'm a foreign national.
Okay, and so how did you end up in removal?
So I apply for asylum.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we file lawsuits. So I-130, when you file an I-130 after or even while an asylum case is pending, sometimes they sit on those cases for a long time. 16 and a half months is too long. When is your next court date?
I'm supposed to have one in October. So my lawyer email or text. I don't know how she contacted the judge, but the judge told her that let's have new hearings by next summer, which is next year. So if I didn't hear anything from from USCIS, to let them know.
Did you get married before they put you into removal or after they put you in removal?
After.
Okay, so that means you have to show you have a higher standard. You have to show by clear and convincing evidence that it's a real marriage. In other words, your case is harder to win than regular marriage cases. Do you understand that?
Yeah, but I have 2 kids though.
Okay, good. So what I would do is I would sue USCIS and say this I-130 has been taking 17 months. It's way too long, and we need a decision because I'm in immigration court. And if we sue them, then they'll schedule you for an interview, probably with your spouse, and they'll do that in about 2 or 3 months. Where do you live? What court are you in?
So I live in Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah, you should sue them.
Okay.
do you have any other questions for me?
Oh no, that's it. I'll just contact your office.
Yeah, just send us an email and say I was on the show with Jim and I'm the guy with the long pending I-130 while I'm in removal.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, O. See you, buddy. All right, that was O. Let's go from O to Oscar. Oscar's waving.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
So I got a question for my friend who doesn't speak English, but basically he's got a green card and he wants to go out of the country for school for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And he has the ability to come back, possibly come back like every 3 or 4 months for like a few days, but he was wondering if he would need a reentry permit or if it would be better to get one.
It's better to get one, just in case. You never know what's going to happen. There could be another COVID. He could break his leg. There's lots of reasons to get it. It's not that hard. It's not that expensive. He should get a reentry permit just to be safe.
Okay, and then how does that affect like his like
Citizenship?
Yep.
So reentry permit does nothing to protect you for citizenship. So if you're gone for more than 6 months, even with a reentry permit, they can use that against you in calculating your citizenship. So if he wants to maintain his connections to America for purposes of citizenship, he needs to spend half the amount of time in the United States for the 3 or 5 years before he applies. So he needs total time, and he wants no trips more than 6 months.
Okay. Yeah, so he definitely has been for more than half of the 5 years.
Yeah.
But like he has like documentation showing like the school like requires you to go outside the country for a year and a half, and then you come back, finish the rest of the 2 years, and then graduate. And it's like an American school and everything. So
Is it like medical? Is it like medical school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's got like a house here, and he's got everything, bank account and all that stuff here.
Yeah, so he's got to maintain all that stuff. So I think he should be okay. But if he wants to be 100% sure and make it as easy as possible, he shouldn't stay out for more than 6 months at a time.
Okay. And he should also get a reentry permit.
I would.
Okay. So he can still, if he proves that, or I'm sorry, if he's been within the 5 years, more than half the time here, then he should be fine, even though he goes out for the year and a half, right?
Well, a year and a half solid is going to mess it up.
With like coming back like every for a few days, every 3-4 months.
So then the other two things then are for the 90 days before he applies, he has to be back here. That's one thing. And all those days he's gone, those are going to be bad days, and then it's going to count against the good days. So it's at the end of the day, it's going to be math when he applies, right? But it should be okay. If he's been here mostly for the last 5 years and then he's gone for a year and a half, but no more than 5 months at a time, he should be fine.
Okay. So basically he should for sure come back every 3 months or 4 months or whatever.
That's the safest thing. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Thanks,
Thank
Oscar. You. See you, buddy. All right. That was Oscar. Let's say hi to Syed. Hi, Syed.
Hi, how you doing?
Great.
So I have a question, and it's pretty simple. So I'm a U.S. citizen, and I applied for my parents. This is back in 2018. And both of my parents, they received their green cards. My mom now lives with me. I'm from Missouri, St. Louis. My dad also got the green card. He got a license, bank account, everything is settled. But because I have 3 siblings that live in Saudi Arabia, he's from Pakistan, but they all live in Saudi Arabia, and they're all under 21. So my father, after he got his green card in 2020, he applied for my little 3 siblings.
Yep.
I-130, everything was approved, and then COVID came, and then it messed up the whole thing due to backlog. And then next thing you know, last week 21st, their interview was done. So right now, my dad, he wrapped up every single stuff in Saudi Arabia, and he's coming back on December 10th. Now he's been outside the country for more than 6 months though, because he came in January, but he was stuck overseas. And my little brother is like 11 years old, so you can't just leave him because my mom lives here as well. So now they're all coming back. My question is, and my brother's category is FX2. The visa is FX2 category. So does my father have to be in the country before they arrive? How does that work?
No, they can all come together.
Oh, but they cannot come before my dad, right? While my dad is overseas.
I would not do that. No.
Okay, so it's either together or after.
Yep.
Okay. Now, if he's coming through O'Hare Chicago Airport, hypothetically speaking, if he gets stopped, which he might, as to why he was outside,
he will.
He will. Okay, perfect. So when he'll be asked questions, will he be entered in the country? If they have objection, will he be entered in the country and then go through the immigration court, or how does that part work?
I think they're just going to let him in.
They'll let him in, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So if
as
they
long
have
as
any,
it's less than a year, they should just let him in. They
okay.
could give him deferred inspection, but I think they'll let him in.
Okay, they'll let him in. Okay. So if anything goes wrong, you think hiring an attorney is the perfect thing, right?
I've had people try to call me from O'Hare, and the CBP official takes the phone and hangs it up. There's nothing a lawyer can do.
Okay. So
he's on his own.
So if he's which is least likely the case because he's coming within 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think because he has his own car, he leases a house over here, bank accounts, saving accounts, credit unions, credit cards, and license, everything? Do you think that might help just to show that he got proof over here, and the whole family's over here? That's why
he should bring all that stuff. Yep.
Oh, paperwork. Okay, perfect. Okay. Yeah, I think I don't have any other questions right now. Okay,
Awesome.
thank you.
Thanks,
so
Syed.
much.
See you, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, that'll do it for today's show. We'll be back tomorrow. What time, Hooli? Tomorrow. While Hooli's doing that, tomorrow's at 4 o'clock. That's going to be our new usual time. If you didn't hear earlier, from now on, our shows will be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 4. No more Wednesday shows. And Fridays will be if I'm available or not. This Friday, I won't be available. It's the 1 year anniversary of my father passing away. Just to be clear, so everybody knows, if you see in the comments people urging you to follow their WhatsApp number or call them, there's some scammers pretending that they're us. They're pretending that they're Hooli. Hooli's really mad about that. So don't fall for the scam. If they have these little circles with numbers in there, that's because they're trying to keep YouTube from deleting their spam. So don't follow them. Thanks, Raphael. Thanks, everybody, for watching. If you have a minute, it'd mean the world to me if you could leave us a quick review at reviewhackinglaw.com. Thanks for soldiering through these technical difficulties we were having. I agree, Skyla. I think it was a great show as well. I enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m., and we're working on a new video. It's the 99 dirty immigration tricks that USCIS doesn't want you to know. So that's going to be fun. We're working on that. Justin and I were working on that today. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. Thanks a lot. Have a